Hello guys, so this is just a short introduction of what the Expedition Alpha v3 in its current version mod pack is, what it does, and I'll go just a little bit more in depth to show you all these things in the game, as well as show you how you can customize this, make it your own as well. So if you want to skip to the install instructions, you have the timestamp down below in the video. If you want to just go download the mod pack, you will have the Google Drive link in the video. And also you can go to my, to show you here, you can go to my Discord server for this Expedition Alpha, and you will have the current mod pack here, the Google Drive folder as well. And I'm gonna be making more updates on this as more mods come out, and maybe make more videos later. This is just what the current version is. So I just want to go over what we have. So we have two versions with the mod pack. We have the light version, which is more stable, and just recommend for general use if you don't have, like a NASA PC. The heavy version just includes some extra little bit of gameplay. It includes also reshade, and this would be recommended if you have a stronger PC, if you're getting at least 40 to 50 FPS or higher, ideally 60 to 70 FPS, before DLSS and before FrameGen. So core mods, these are included in both versions unless stated otherwise. So we have the required framework, which is UE4SS. This is required for many mods to function. SM2 mod settings. This is just add a mod setting menu where several mods can be adjusted in game. We have the visual and UI mods, so we have no intro, no scuba mask, FOV slider, toggle for the HUD, less vignette, smaller crosshair. Camera view mods, we have a third-person view if you press X to toggle in third-person view. Multiplayer mod, which allows up to 64 player lobbies. I recommend to go with 8 to 10 players, maximum 16, which is the maximum we have personally tested so far. Speed progression, so processor rush is 2 times faster, scanner 2 times faster, you fabricate instantly, instant base build, grow bed, grow faster, metal farm tweak. This just allows you to tweak exactly the metal farming speed using the mod settings menu. You will swim faster, faster wake maker as well, and improved vehicles, so you get the better vehicle speed, handling, cargo space, and general stats. Storage changes, so now your player has 55 slots, the wall lockers have 55 slots, the whole cargo storage have 55 slots, and the floor lockers has an impressive 88 slots. Quick sorter, so if you press F1, this is a very, show you something here. So you can name your locker something like cop, civ, titanium, gold, like this, and it will, when you press F1, it will auto sort to these items first, to this locker that first, or you can just have a single name such as copper. It can also help, so you also will obtain 2 water, 2 food, 2 health items, and 2 batteries. If you have access to it on the lockers, it will give it to your inventory. If not, if you already have it in your inventory, it will keep it. So it will move everything from your inventory to the lockers, auto sort them, except these items here. Now building mods. So we have some extra lock structures from the beta. So these bugs may happen because this is just from unreleased game files. You have better advanced battery, so it lasts longer. Wake maker, tadpole, and flashlight all have better lighting, so they reach further and they cover a wider area, and instead of a blue light, it's a white light. So we have a better scanner mod, which has a 500 meter scanner and also has a bigger scanner area that you're able to interact with, and it becomes more visible. You have survival settings, so custom game settings where you respond with minimal health, food, water, and energy. So this makes survival items matter more because you still need to craft and carry health, water, food, energy supplies. So you basically spawn with like 10 or 20 of each of these, so it makes it more important. If you die, you will get a death marker. You also have invisible boundaries, so you will not get a red annoying boundary. It will instead just give you a warning that you're reaching the void, and obviously you will still get attacked, so the void monsters will still spawn. Now you also get better biomod and improved biomod cooldowns, better biomod abilities. Now there's 2 versions, so you have the heavy version and light version, as I said. So the only difference is that a heavy version will have the bio overdrive, where you have a lot of custom biomods. You will have killable creatures, so you can now kill creatures with the knife and or the sonic resonator tool. This is very performance heavy because when you use the tool, usually you will stutter in the game. If you're not like using the tool to kill, to damage an animal, then it should not affect the performance. The map mod. So the map mod is interesting because I changed the update frequency such that it would minimize the stuttering, but it would still have a performance impact and it could crash your PC. So, not your PC, sorry, it could crash your game. So that's why it's in the heavy version, but I really like this map, and you also have Fog of War enabled by default. So I recommend to use the light version. Like I said, unless you have a strong PC, then use the heavy version. Um, Important, this pack is still being tested. This is early release. I am not the author. I want to clarify this. I am not the author of any of these mods. I really just have put them, so all the credit go to all the authors of the mod packs here. The community is amazing. We have over 117 mods created already. You can find these mods in Nexus mods, and also you will be able to find, if I get to show you here, on Curse mods. So you also have some extra mods on Course mods, especially developed by the amazing developer Kates. So take a look at that, and all the credits goes to them. I really just put them all into a one mod pack that I tested to make sure that it's stable, doesn't break the game, and also tweak the settings to my own liking. So quick control guide, so F6 to toggle the HUD, X to toggle third person view, F1 to do a quick sort, and M to toggle the big map, and H to toggle the minimap. Alright, so this is the mod pack in general. Now, just to show you how this works, so you're gonna go into Subnautica 2, binaries, Win64, UE4SS, and first thing first, if you wanna tweak some stuff to keep it very simple, you're gonna open the UE4SS mod manager. So, because some of the mods are ready, you're going to basically have a configure mod button here. So you can see that for the instant fabricate mod, well, this one just happens to not work, but for example, the killable creatures mod, you're able to already just directly from the mod loader configure the tool damage, one hit kill, max hit distance, sonic resonator damage, and some other settings. So you're free to take a look at that. You can also configure the Pioneer Essentials to put your own preset, as well as the metal, no, apologies, quick sorter. So the quick sorter, you're able to put the keybinds, modifier, like if you want the keybind to be Shift F1, for example. If you want to increase or decrease the radius that the quick sorter will work, so the radius you have to be away from the locker and storages. If you want to keep your tools, keep equipment, keep food, keep heals, keep power cells, and the counts of each. In this case, this should be 1, so that's a mistake. I'm gonna fix that. Debug, upgrade from chests. So you have some other stuff here that's interesting to take a look at. And you can click on save changes to save your changes, and just have save enabled.txt here. Now, I'll show you something to go a little bit more in detail, which is with the other launchers. So if you have here the ISKL launcher here, so here, not only are you gonna see the packs files, you're gonna see all the files you have available. You can disable, like for example, I could remove these mods and only play with these mods and make a new profile. If I click on save as, and I can make a new profile. I don't want to do that because, like I said, I already have the profile I have, so it works fine. And this one will also keep the load order of the mods, which is cool because some mods you want them to load after some other ones, just so you don't have like conflicts and stuff like that. Now, you can also run no mods, but the cool thing about the SKLL is there's a lot of mods that don't have the config directly with the mod loader. So what you want to do is, for example, best example I can give you is the Subnautica map mod, where you can customize a lot of stuff here. So most of them you will have the mods file here in UE4SS, and then you will have the mods that you can customize. So I'll give you a quick example. You can go into the Subnautica map mod. Let me show you here. Subnautica map mod, scripts and config. You usually want to play with the config file. You don't really want to play with the main file, config file. There we go. So we open the file and we see it. You know, if you know basic coding, you can change the intervals. You can change the width or height of the image. You can even have a custom image. You can change the update interval of the large map, change the alpha, so the opacity, um, debug, a bunch of different things that you can do here. You can also, I'll give you another example. Let's say you want to make the bigger storage floor, you want to make it bigger. So right now you go into bigger storage floor, scripts and main. This is for the floor locker. Right now I have it 88 and 8. You could make this bigger to 99 and then 9 columns because you have 11 rows. So you want to make it 9 columns. You could make it, for example, 77 and 7 columns. So this is just a specific example. And then you would click here on save. I'm not gonna save because I already like how it is. Another example I'll make here is Pioneer Essentials. This is a good example here. So you have profiles. You have Vanilla Plus Balanced Builder. I set overrides here. So this you want to put it to nil. All right, because you want to make your own values, for example. And now you can customize how many inventory upgrade steps you want to have, how many quick slots you want to have, how many extra passive biomod slots you have to have, and how much scanner radius meters. I don't recommend to play with this unless you know what you're doing. I would just set a profile like Builder, Balanced, Vanilla Plus, and here's the profile, so you can change it to any of these already made profiles. Just keep in mind that you have a maximum of 12 inventory upgrade steps if you want to have the 55 storage slots. Otherwise, in the vanilla game, you only have a max of 5 inventory upgrade steps for a 35 visible slots. Quick slots, maximum is 12, and passive biomod slots, the maximum is 6. Scanner radius meters, the maximum is 2000, which is pretty much the size of the map. Obviously, I'm not gonna save it because I already like how I have it set up. Another example, which is gonna be interesting, will be here, instant fabricate. So you have config file here. So you can actually change how fast the crafting time is. So do you want to take a half a second, 1 second, or do you want it to be instant? You can also change the keybind to toggle this on or off. So you have the craft time here. So that's just basically how you can customize some of these mods. One more thing, one extra tip, because right now you have some things that I changed that some of you might not like. So you can go into Nexus Mods and go into trying to find the mod game settings editor. Here we go. And you're gonna download this manually. You're gonna go manual, files, slow download. All right, so let that download. So here I'm just showing you how you can make your custom hardcore or easier experience, because right now the way I have it set up, some people might not like it. So I'll just show you this. So you want to extract this game editor file here. And you're going to basically get this game setting editor tool. So you can change the swim bomb amount, sprint speed, player character, like how many slots, upgrades, depth, like different things of the game, pickup ability, consumption, so how fast the tadpole consumes energy, how fast you consume oxygen as well. You can also override attributes. So this is how I was able to your respawn with low health, is that I unlocked the default, so the character initial attributes, just water energy, and I changed these. So for example, I can change it to I want to spawn with 10 health. There we go, that's done. And you can even make so that you have 150 maximum health, or you can spawn with 150 health from the start. So you can customize this as much as you want. You will also find the respawn. So this is another important part, because this is the like when you first spawn into the game, the initial attributes. But if you want it to stick, you need to also change the respawn attribute. So I made it so, for example, you spawn with the least amount of health oxygen, food, water, and I made this so it's more like a more hardcore experience. Um, you can make the solar panels super OP. For example, you can make, which I did on my mod files, you can make the day 32 instead of 24, so the day lasts longer. You can make it double. You can make it 48. You can make it day pretty much all the time and almost never night. But yeah, you can change how much power your base consumes or stores. You have the scan range and some other stuff here. You have the amount of toolbar slots that you want to have. You can make it up to 20 here. And then you click on generate mod. Mod file generate. You have these three settings here. So remember, so any new mod pack mod that you add into the game, you can click these three, so you can select all of these three, and you can drag it into the available mods section here, and it's gonna install them. In this case, because I already have my settings installed, it's gonna ask me to basically override them. So if you click yes, it's gonna replace them with this new version. But if I click no, it's gonna skip these, which that's what I want to do because I don't want to change what I already have. And also, this is the same idea for some of these mods. So suppose you download a mod from Nexus. Most of these mods should work, but I'll give you an example here. Portable Locker Expanded. This is a mod. Let's say you want to add this mod to the mod pack. You're going to click on Files, Download. Make sure you have the requirements, of course. And you're going to click this. You're going to download this mod. And you can just drag and drop. And now you have this mod installed. You can right click it, open mod folder, and you see that we have it installed. In my case, I don't like this mod because it changes some of the things I already have. So you can just delete the mod and now it's gone from your launcher. Now, another last thing that I want to touch on is, so the locations of some of these, all you need to know is basically you go into Subnautica 2, binaries, Win64, UE4SS, mods. Most of the mods that have a structure where you have a folder and then the scripts, all of these are like this. All of these will go into UE4SS and inside mods. If you have a mod that has pack, utalk, things like this, you want to go into Subnautica 2, content, packs, and you want to make this file, mods. So you want to make a file that's named basically like this, and you want to download it, drop it here. So all of these will always be tree matching, so it will be .pack, .ucas, .utalk. So this is the other location where you can download your mods. So that will be all. On the next video, I will show you these mods in action in the game.